This is a presentation on the measurement of severity from claims data retrieved from electronic health records. The purpose of this project is to retrieve claims data from EHR and use it to produce more accurate measures of severity of patients' illnesses. Many of the ways outcomes are measured are not as accurate as they could be, and accuracy of measuring severity of illness is critical in understanding quality of care. This is the data provided for the project. The table provides sample claims data for 10 cases. The first step in the process is to examine the cases and see which one is not interacting with the others, and limit the cases that have multiple interacting diagnoses involved. Therefore, case 7 will be eliminated since it has a diagnosis that is not interacting with the others and could be analyzed separately. This table indicates whether or not each patient had the diseases listed above. The value 1 is entered if the disease is present, and the value of 0 is entered if the disease is absent for each case. For example, in case 1, the patient was diagnosed with MI and CHF. The value 1 is placed in the MI and CHF boxes, and the value 0 is placed in the other disease boxes since they are absent in the case. This is done for each case listed above. Once the indicators for each disease was determined, a regression was run using Excel. The Y input range was the length of stay, and the X input range was the indicators for each disease. The coefficients listed here indicate the relative importance of each individual disease in predicting outcomes. They also indicate the severity of each diagnosis as the length of stay increases. Using the coefficients, we standardized them so that they range from 0 to 1 so we could determine the severity of a patient that has multiple diagnoses. As you can see here, CHF has the highest value of 1, which indicates it is the most severe diagnosis. The least severe is the diagnosis of hypertension, which was given a value of 0. The other diagnoses fall in between the two. The standardized scores were calculated using the formula of x minus min divided by max minus min. The severity scores from the previous slide, which are listed along the bottom of the table above, can now help determine the overall severity of the case using the multiplicative model form. The formula shown here was used to find the overall severity for each case. The overall severity for each case is listed in the column to the right, second to the last. Here is a graph that represents the overall severity versus length of stay using the data shown on the previous slide. As you can see, there is a positive relationship between the two variables. This indicates that there is a positive link between severity of illness and the length of stay for the patient.